So we're on board with Simon Evans here for the final of Rotax Light. And again, some very, very competitive racing and a very, very strong lineup here at Auckland, Tony.
Yes, it is good. And like you said before, Jamie, good to have some fine weather. Let these boys stretch their legs.
On boards here with Simon Evans, who's been very, very quick in the first opening 2 rounds, but hasn't had a lot of luck in the series.
Yeah, he's certainly struggled. He's had a bit of a shocker at Palmy, losing a nose cone. Had the good speed at Bay of Plenty, and he's been pretty mediocre this weekend, Simon, but he'll get on with it. We'll keep an eye on him.
He's not alone. A few of these drivers are struggling with the track conditions, notably Matt Hamilton, the points leader. And Hamilton's biggest problem is that he qualified back in just 11th position.
Yeah, and that'll certainly hurt Matt back there, but he's got a lot of experience, Matthew, so we'll keep an eye on him as well.
2 of the young guns, Mason Armstrong, who's really impressing a lot of people at the moment in that number 63, and Jake Pascoe in the 48. He's gone from an Arrow chassis to a Maranello this season. Had a little bit of a foray into Formula Ford racing last season with the Winter Series. Simon Evans battling here with Jake Pascoe, and they've pretty much done that throughout the weekend. Nicky Irwin was the top qualifier in time trials as we go back on board with Evans chasing down Pascoe. Matt Hamilton goes by and through the infield. Ryan Urban qualified second ahead of Kane Taylor and Simon Evans. Urban won the first heat from Taylor. Jake Pascoe was third. New track record to Nicky Irwin at a 30.157. Matt Hamilton turns his attentions here to Jake Pascoe, trying to get up inside the top 4. Urban won the second heat again ahead of Taylor with Simon Evans third. And the pre-final, it was again Urban from Taylor, Mason Armstrong in third. As Hamilton goes by Pascoe for position, and in the pre-final, new track record to Kane Taylor at a 30.032, knocking on that 29-second barrier. Evans down the inside of Pascoe, and he's chasing down the former national champ now.
Fantastic views on board here with Simon. You can hear the attitude in the kart, the tyres squealing. You know, Avondale's quite a bumpy circuit. You can see the attitude in the kart come over the bumps. It's fantastic to see.
Richard Oxton back there in the 18. He's also done a brief foray in New Zealand Formula Ford Championships. And look at this group, 42, Nicky Irwin. 16, Charles Hall from Whangarei. We haven't seen a lot of Charles over the last couple of seasons. Just sort of good to see him back there in the Rotax Light class, sponsored by Total Span.
He had a bit of a break there for a while, Charles, but he's come back into it, purchased a new kart, and he's doing a really good job. He wants to do a good job in the series this year.
Muscles his way past Nicky Irwin. Just in behind them, the current North Island champ, young Matthew Griffin. We talk about stars of kart sports. Some of these drivers are really going to go on to bigger and better things. Some of them have already done it, the likes of Matt Hamilton, who Simon Evans is following here. Trying to set up the run on the main straight. He should have a run here. Down the inside under brakes. As easy as that, but Hamilton's going to cross him over. Evans just ran in a little bit deep. Looks like he's struggling for exit speed. Yeah,
he's overshot under that pass. Very easy to do, Jamie. Like we said, it's quite a tricky corner. You arrive pretty fast into Death Valley, and he's just overshot a little bit, but he's still hanging on there.
So that'll be 4th and 5th. This is the second place kart, the yellow number 2 Maranello of Kane Taylor. Somewhat of an Auckland track specialist. This is his home track, and you just see the gap up to Ryan Urban. One of New Zealand's best shifter kart racers, but boy, has he taken to these Rotax karts like a duck to water.
Yeah, he's pretty adaptable, young Ryan, and he can jump on most things, and you know, with a couple of days testing, if it's something foreign, he'll get it going pretty quick.
Won the Challenger course last year and represented New Zealand at the Rotax World Finals. Just recently tied up the New Zealand Championships, and he's going to win here at Auckland for round 3. So no one can deny Ryan Urban pretty much a clean sweep for the weekend. He wins the final and leads the points chase now. Kane Taylor finishing second ahead of Auckland's Mason Armstrong.
I tried to push hard from the start and I slowly inched away from Kane, and that gave me a bit of a buffer and I could just sit back and drive my own race.
Towards the end it looked fairly comfortable.
Yeah, I was sort of just cruising, keeping the lap times down and just keeping an eye on Kane.
The car was handling quite nicely, but got a bit gripped up mid-race there and I couldn't get off the turns, and that's when Ryan really started to pull away.
Towards the end, Mason was putting the challenge in as well.
Yeah, no, Mason's every meeting he comes to, he's getting quicker and quicker, but I think we were thinking about a few changes, and we probably should have done them instead of not trying to take the risk. So
towards the end of the race, you're also making inroads on Kane.
Yeah, we were catching him. I seem to find on Mojo tyres quickest on my last lap. I don't know what it is, but it just seems to be that I'm quickest on my last lap. So yeah, no, the kart came on well.
So after 3 rounds, Ryan Urban now takes over the points lead from Christchurch's Matthew Hamilton, 252 versus 247. Kane Taylor third on 244, followed by Nicky Irwin, Mason Armstrong and Whangarei's Charles Hoare.